Crown Jewel was absolutely phenomenal, guys. They have absolutely been killing it with the freaking pay-per-views or premium live events as they go by now. WWE absolutely pulling out all the stops and leaving no stone unturned. I absolutely enjoyed it so much, so many high points, but everyone is talking about one person in particular, and that is Logan Paul. Because, ladies and gentlemen, Logan Paul shined freaking bright like a diamond. He took it to the Nutbush city limits, and he freaking got the job done. Let me tell you something about Logan Paul, boys and girls. Logan Paul has absolutely put in the work, the effort. He's dedicated, but most importantly, he is a natural, and it shows. It's so obvious that he is a natural at this. He belongs in the WWE. He was literally born for this. I'm telling you, without a shadow of a doubt. Now, Roman and Logan, they went at it and they put on a show. It was a fantastic main event. The sad part about this is that Logan got super injured. I mean, he's like got torn ACLs, he said. What did he say? He said on his Instagram, all I did was tear my ACL, MCL, and potentially my meniscus. That's what he said in his Instagram stories. So he's going to be out for a minute, which is unfortunate because I'm sure WWE had some big plans for him for WrestleMania, because he is definitely shined bright at all the major pay-per-views that he's been in. It's been fantastic. WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and now Crown Jewel. So I'm really sad that he got injured, but I'm glad that he was able to showcase his abilities and really show the skill set that he has developed. Shout out to Shawn Michaels, Helm. He had someone else who was coaching him. Forgot the name. It lose me at the moment. What's his name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Y'all know who it is. But it was fantastic to see that all that hard work and that training really paid off, because he looked like $1 million. The whole pay-per-view in a whole was fantastic. It was really good. A lot of great just spots here and there. You had Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley, two big guys who are awesome. The match that we all wanted to see. They absolutely freaking did a fantastic job. Spears and freaking Bob Lashley kicking out of an F5. When is the last time you seen anyone kick out of an F5? I mean, this was back and forth. I was surprised, and then I wasn't surprised, because on one hand, you know, it's like you thought Bobby might get the win this time, but it was Brock getting the W, which is good news for us, because that means this is not over. We're going to see another big fight, probably at WrestleMania, I would guess, but these two, there's more to come, so keep it locked and loaded for that. Now, I didn't mention it earlier, but I'll say it and save it for last. I'll talk more about the Logan and Roman match a bit later. But let's continue now and just talk about some of the other highlights at Crown Jewel 2022. WWE Tag Team Champions. I called this. If you check my video that I uploaded, the latest upload right before this video, I predicted that Io Sky and Dakota Kai, aka Damage Control, was going to win the titles back at Crown Jewel, and they did. They won them back. I knew it. I felt it deep inside my soul. They won it back, and it is great. That's good news. Now, I have a theory. Let me tell you why I think they won it back. My theory is, boys and girls, is because Sasha Banks and Naomi are on their way back, and they don't want them to take the titles. You know, it's kind of like good guys. You know, Naomi and Sasha are you know, faces. Asuka and Alexa, faces. Damage Control, heels. So you don't want your faces going against your faces if you can be helped, right? It's not something you really want to happen. You want the heels and the faces, good versus evil, that kind of thing. So my theory is this is why they got it back. Expect Sasha Banks and Naomi to be back soon. That's my theory. That's what I'm going by. That's my prediction. Let's see if it comes true. By the way, And your new tag team champions, in case I didn't specifically make it clear, is Damage Control. I pretty much did, but just in case. All right, let's move on. Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross in a steel cage match. I was looking out for this match because I am a huge Karrion Kross fan, and I wanted Karrion Kross to get the W. I did. I wanted him to get the W. I think he needed the W more than Drew. I don't think Drew really needs a W. He's had the freaking championship. You know, he's freaking already got his status in the company. You know, some would argue that he's been a little neglected as of late, but still, he is Drew McIntyre now. He's the Scottish Warrior. So, you know, Karrion Kross, he's still new, back in the company again. He needs to get a few more W's. He needs to get a bit more loving so that the crowd and everyone can start to really feel more of a connect with him and know that he is real deal and a force to be reckoned with. I thought he should have won this, but that's okay. I think this is not over. I think this is another one of those matches that we're going to see another one of. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see Karrion get his justice. Maybe even this, like, what, Raw? Maybe even at Raw. All right, moving on, though. The OC. Ooh, OC. AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson versus the Judgment Day. You got Finn Balor, you got Damian Priest, you got Dominic Mysterio, and of course, Rhea, the force to be reckoned with, Ripley. Guys, I really thought, some way, somehow, the OC was going to shock us with an answer for the Rhea problem. And they didn't. They didn't have it yet, so maybe they haven't found the right person. Be really curious to see who they end up getting to fill in that role. But yeah, look, at the end of the day, the Judgment Day is unstoppable right now. They're freaking just absolutely badasses that I'm enjoying seeing them continue to get the victories. But I think a lot of us would have liked to have seen Luke and Carl come back, because they've just come back and get the W, you know, like, welcome back, here's a win for you. Yeah, but yeah, you know, it is what it is. They'll have other opportunities. And I think the shock match of all time, Braun Strowman versus Omos. Shock being that I think a lot of people, first of all, didn't think they would see Braun back in WWE, and he's back, and he's taken on the freaking Nigerian freaking giant. Now, here's the thing. This was one of those type of matches where you just got two big dudes, so you're going to already be invested in it. I really was hoping, though, that some way, somehow, you know, almost could have felt a bit more like he was going to win. I never believed he was going to win, even though he was, you know, slamming around. Usually you see when he starts manhandling, when one person's manhandling the other person initially for a while, especially when it's someone like Braun Strowman, you know that that's not going to be how it's going to probably end, and Braun Strowman's going to come back and get the W. Now, I'm happy that Braun Strowman won, because he's just come back, and it would have been really weird if he didn't win when he just come back and be like, yo, dude, come on, let him get a W early days. But it would have been nice to at least feel like somehow Omos was going to almost win. Anyhow, let's keep going. So Braun won, in case you didn't catch that right then. All right, we had the tag team championship, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay Uso, the Brawling Brutes, Ridge Holland and Butch. Can we take a moment to appreciate freaking just how awesome Ridge Holland and Butch are as a team? They're really good. I think they got good chemistry. But I like seeing Ridge absolutely just dominate. He showed his strength. He had both of the Usos up here like this, like it was nothing. He just was like, yo, on his shoulder, both of them, and boom. So can we take a moment to appreciate this dude is strong. And I think that he could have a really, really strong Sheamus type run. You know, like when Sheamus was like kind of champion Sheamus run. I think Ridge has that potential. I really do. And I like that he wasn't punished by the whole Big E thing. I'm glad that WWE didn't be like, oh, look, you're unsafe, you're this, you're that, you're out, because this guy's a lot of talent, and he is definitely one of those kind of big, strong dudes that he kind of reminds me a little bit of Chris Masters, a little bit, slightly. I mean, of course, Chris Masters was way more buff, but this is a big, strong dude, man. Don't sleep on him. I think big things to come of them. Of course, you know, come on, the bloodline, they're still holding all the gold. That was one of the things that I was hoping would have changed in some capacity today, but it's not their time yet. It's not their time, unfortunately, because it would be nice. I mean, it's been a long time. At least drop one of the belts, guys. You guys got all the belts. Like, can someone else play with at least one of your toys? WWE Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair and Bayley in a last woman standing match. I enjoyed this. There was this part with the golf cart buggy thing, the golf buggy things, you know, when you go to the golf course. And there was that spot, which is pretty cool. Now, I think this messed up somehow. I think that was a bit of a botch so Bianca's driving down the ramp, and then suddenly Bayley, you know, gets flung off the top, and there's a table in the front. Now, I think that when she got flung off the top of the golf cart thing, when she got flung off onto the table the first time, I think that was when it was supposed to break. Does anyone else think that, or is it just me? I felt like it was supposed to break then, but it didn't, and she just ended up flying off the table. So then Bianca had to literally go around and then smash her through the table after the fact. But I think it was supposed to happen from the top, because that would have been way more impactful, like from a visual perspective. Am I wrong, or does anyone else think this was a fluke, you know, it was meant to happen this way, or was it a freaking botch? I don't know. It was a good match, though. Nevertheless, I predicted Bayley was going to win. I was wrong. Hey, you can't win them all, okay? I was wrong, but I'm really actually surprised that Bianca held on to the gold in this. I'm very surprised. I really thought Bayley was going to win, especially since Bayley, again, hasn't been back that long. I thought, you know, Damage Control was going to have all the gold for a minute, you know, and kind of be that dominant force for a while. And I'm really surprised. I don't know why they decided not to give Bayley the gold right then. I'm really, really surprised. Again, another swerve on my theory earlier involved Sasha Banks, but maybe Sasha Banks again is coming back soon, and Sasha Banks, maybe it's not the tag team titles, maybe she's going to be going for Bianca's championship, and Sasha and Bianca, I think they have some unfinished business, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe, possibly, I don't know. Anyways, well, time will tell, but Bianca's still the champ. We had freaking one of the awesome freaking Bray Wyatt little promos happen, and Uncle Howdy is what we're calling him. Uncle Howdy spoke to Bray about the mask and all this stuff, and it was good. Look, it's anything Bray does is good. We're all super excited and happy that he's back. I'm personally just hanging out for I want the Fiend to come back. Oh, also, can we point out there was also a couple spots where Bray's logo was absolutely freaking right there for Alexa to see, and Alexa saw it, and you know, they made a point of her noticing it. And so it's getting me excited that, because I said it in my other videos, like, they need to finish the story. They need to freaking tie in the story. This is long-term storytelling at its best. It's their home run. It's there for the taking. Freaking let us continue and see the story play out with Alexa, because she screwed Bray before he left. She screwed him. She turned on him, man. So come on, you to tell me Bray is just gonna let bygones be bygones? No, I need to do a video on this, man. I need to talk about this more, because but hopefully Alexa is coming back to the dark side. I prefer dark, evil Alexa than whatever Alexa we're getting right now. Personally, I like the whole freaking, you know, evil Alexa and Bray together. You know, that whole thing was fun to me. I enjoyed it. All right, and then of course we talked about it earlier. Roman Reigns, Logan Paul championship, freaking undisputed championship. Just give up one of the belts, man. Gosh, I wanted Logan to win so bad. This was such a good, freaking awesome, incredible match. Logan was absolutely so good. He was using Roman's moves against Roman. Superman punch, boom. He did a Superman punch better than Roman. I hate to say it, but his Superman punch looked better than Roman's, man. I don't want to be that person, but it did. His Superman punch was dope. And then he dove off. You remember how he dove off? Okay, he took it to the next level. Remember when we did the frog splash? The last time around, he did the dope frog splash, the last pay-per-view. So this time, he frog splashed while having his camera, like he was vlogging, dude, in the air with his camera. Like live streaming him flying in the sky, dude. Freaking, that was crazy. He's vlogging, bro, while he's freaking flying all across to the table. And yo, that was epic. I think that was probably one of the coolest, innovative ways to take something that, you know, we've seen, but taking it to a whole nother level with the camera, bro. Oh, dude, that was so good. I really enjoyed this. Jake came out. Jake Paul did his thing. It was great to see Jake out there. Jake had his own music even. Now, I'm thinking Jake and Logan, I'm getting excited because I think they're going to have a tag team. Freaking something happen in the near future. I think it's going to happen, man. I think Jake's got to... My thoughts are, I think Jake's going to do 4 more fights because he's kind of mentioned at some point he wants to go 10-0. And then retire undefeated. This is something he said early days. He's now 6-0. I think he's going to do 4 more fights, and then I think he's going to retire, provided if he stays undefeated through that whole time period. I think he'll retire at 10-0 if he can make it to 10-0 without losing, and then we'll see him hit the WWE full time. But I think that is definitely something that's going to happen. I think we will definitely see Jake, maybe even on Raw Monday. Especially since Logan got injured. And I think there's a good possibility since he's injured, Jake's going to be there and be like, yo, you injured, you know, you messed up my brother. I'm here to get justice. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but great match. Like, this was one of those 10 out of 10 matches, man. This is one of those classic matches that people are going to talk about for years and years to come. The only thing that would have made it perfect is if freaking... at least one of the belts or something. Logan got something, man. I would have loved Logan to win. It would have just, imagine, it would have broke the internet. People would have lost their mind if Logan won. They could have did it in a way so that Roman didn't look bad in the process. You know, they could have did it where, like, you know, someone cheated or did something, you know. You know what I mean? They could have did something. Freaking hell. Oh, and what else was cool was freaking Mike and freaking George from Impulsive got bodied. And the Bloodline bodied them, man. Freaking had them freaking thrown and beat up and stuff, man. That was unexpected. I was like, what? That happened? What? That was so cool. Like, next level stuff. WWE is being smart right now. They're being really intelligent because the power of freaking social media. You've got big influencers here, man, that are just going to freaking boom, 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 be sharing this, talking about this. Like, it's just genius, dude. It's smart. And Roman called out KSI and Mr. Beast. Like, oh my gosh, this was so good. I think Triple H taking over creative was one of the best things that could have ever happened to WWE. No offense to Vince, but man, this is so good. WWE, man, the premium live events are so good. I mean, this is a great time to be a WWE fan. And just think about all the goodies that we got coming, guys. Cody Rhodes is going to be coming back soon. Cody Rhodes is going to be coming back from injury soon, guys. That's going to be happening. They're talking about Stone Cold coming back for one more match. We're probably going to get The Rock and Roman at freaking WrestleMania 39. Like, We've got so many cool things to look forward to. Randy Orton's going to be back soon. Potentially Sasha Banks and Naomi coming back soon. They're talking about Chelsea Green maybe coming back soon. There's Tegan Knox. I mean, there's a bunch of things happening that I think will happen soon. Plus, there's all the good people we already just got back. We just got the Fiend back. And, Bray Wyatt. And who knows what awesome characters and cool things he's bringing with that along the way. There's just so many things to be excited about right now, man. I'm really loving WWE. And I've always been a WWE fan for a very long time. But this right here, this was the crown jewel. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you're new, consider subscribing, joining the family. Love to have you. And I'll catch you later for some more WWE news. Or possibly some AEW news. Maybe some Impact news. As long as it's impactful. All right.